Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. I'm sorry. So, hey guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Mr. Jithin with us from Kerala, and he has recently got approved for Canada student visa in the fourth attempt. And we'll talk to him and see what his case is and analyze, and we will see what happened. So, Jithin, could you please tell us something about yourself first, and then we'll talk about the case.
I'm Jithin. I'm from Thrissur, Kerala. I got refusal three times. I attempted the first two through a Kerala agency in Thrissur itself, and I got refused on the basis of I had low scores because I got 17 backlog. I have completed BTech in mechanical engineering in 2018, and they were not satisfied that I would leave Canada after my studies.
Yeah.
That was the reason for the first two refusals. And I again applied through offline, and I got again refused. Then one of my friends told me, and through YouTube I found your Delhi Immigration Services. Uh, yeah, and they guided me through, and I finally got the visa.
Wonderful. So the main reason to talk to you like this is just to understand your struggle and what you have been through and what you have learned throughout these 3-4 attempts. So could you please talk us through like what were you thinking after two refusals when you applied for third application? And I understand you must have got a lot of feedback from the people around you, like nothing is gonna happen or a lot of things. So can you just take us through and what have you learned throughout this? Like what other students who are also sailing in the same boat should think and should do?
Yeah, I think many of the agencies, when we even first arrive at their agency, they will say that it is not possible for someone with this much backlogs to get into Canada because their universities or colleges are not accepting more than 8 or 9 backlogs to Canada, and they are very strict. But that's not at all true. We can get into Canada, and after I have been going at this for almost 8 or 9 months, and I was refused many times, but I kept on going, and I finally got the yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I think we also discussed like what your family was saying to you after three refusals and whether you should go or not. So can you just talk us through that as well? Because a lot of students do get a lot of feedback from people around them, and I understand some people support us, but some people also give us suggestions. Maybe they're not too much aware about what actually is happening in the embassy or in the high commission, but we get a lot of feedback wherein we also sometimes feel deterred, and can you just talk us through that as well, like
Yeah, my parents also, supportive and at first they were supportive, and after the two rejections, they were shocked, and they told me that you are not going to get any visa. Those agencies told you right at first itself they are not going to accept that. Why are you going on, keep on trying like this and wasting this much money because you are not at all getting visa after two revisions. They kept on saying that, and I took it on as my own risk. And one of my friends also, we both applied and got the visa.
wonderful.
Yeah,
So I'm so happy for you and for your family. Eventually you got it. So this was the fourth time. Even after fourth, I
yeah,
remember. So we did the fourth application online, and I remember they refused it online first. So then
yeah.
we
They refused it online, and this guy Navdeep told me that you should apply for reconsideration because they have rejected it after just 2 days. I got the rejection, and I mailed them through online.
yeah.
And after a week, 7 or 8 days, they told me the must also refuse. And after 2 days, and again I got a confirmation mail that your passport is needed for further processing of your application. And I went to the VFS office in Bangalore, and I got the passport stamp.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I still remember when we submitted the application, and I put my heart into the application, and I was almost sure that this application will get approved. So I
Yeah,
was completely
when
shocked.
you even when you the first two attempts, first three attempts, when I the SOPs were not at all strong. When we read it itself, we were knowing that it was not good enough or won't get approved.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I even made some changes on my own about my agency was not at all aware of the facts of the documents that should be kept while visa processing. And you know that, right? We kept many financial documents and other things with my file that helped. So
yeah. So I'm really happy for you. So I was saying like I was completely shocked when I saw the refusal online for in the fourth attempt. So I was almost sure that the visa officers might not have paid any heed to our submissions. So because if they had reviewed it, they must have approved. But then I requested you to send a reconsideration request to them, and then we sent the reconsideration request to them. So even after reconsideration, they refused it. So I was again shocked, like what to do. I mean, I was thinking, okay, we'll do the application again, maybe by spending more time on it to see what best we can do more. So luckily, I don't know this. I would call it a miracle because after 7 days, you got the passport request, even after they declined the reconsideration request. So this has happened, I think, second time in my life wherein I've seen like things like this, but it is very very rare. It's extremely rare. So I think you're very lucky, and yeah, I believe that you will get the visa because your uh, case was good. You scored 60%. I understand you had
67%,
I'm sorry,
17
67.
backlogs.
Yeah, I understand you had 17 backlogs, but those 17 backlogs were in the second year of your graduation.
Yeah,
So in the following 2 years, you completed your all the subjects like without any backlog. So that was
without
the
any
biggest
backlog.
positive. So I'm so happy, like you got the visa after
Me
all our
too.
struggle and
I
everything.
called you. I called you first after getting the news. I called you first because I was so happy, and I was so happy with your agency that you guided me through, and you haven't let me down in any of these stages throughout my application.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. And I hope that you'll be getting the stamped visa very very soon. And
Yeah,
I'll
they
be
have
I'll
sent it through courier. It has reached Kochi, and it would soon reach.
Wonderful. So I'll be sharing the list of documents which you need to carry while entering Canada to you, so that the process, goes seamless. So I'll be sharing the documents by email. Thank you so much for coming here and talking to
Okay.
me. Would you like to add anything to our conversation?
I would suggest, the Kerala agencies, mainly one or two agencies would suggest the students that they are not going to get any visa if they have backlogs more than 10 or 9. I would suggest them that they should not be disheartened in any ways. They should keep on trying, and I would suggest your agency to, they should apply. At first, I thought, there was no point in reapplying, and I didn't trust the agency after seeing some videos. That is not enough for gain our trust and all. That, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I would suggest
even
to go
yeah,
on
yeah,
with your
even
agency.
wonderful. Thank you so much. Even the goal of our conversation is to just raise awareness about the more students who are sailing in a similar boat as I mentioned earlier. So sometimes we just need the right guidance to have the visa approved. Because I would not comment on the other companies which are working, but what I feel is what I see after seeing the refused cases. Sometimes I see that the SOP sometimes plays a very important role, and in most of the cases SOP is the critical document, and in most of the cases the SOP remains vague, or it doesn't list the clear career path and the other necessary things which should be there in the SOP, so that we can convince the officer. Because in Canada visa, like we cannot talk to the officer, there's no interview, so the SOP is the only document which can enable us directly. So anyway, thank you so much for coming here and talking to me. God bless. Thank you so much, and I wish you great success in Canada.
Thanks.
And
Thanks.
what was the reaction of your family members at the very end?
They were shocked, they were thrilled, and surprised because the reconsideration was also refused, and I had, almost dropped it in some point at some point because I thought there was no point in reapplying, and then this news came, and they were shocked. They were like, are you even telling the truth? They were like that. Don't know. They were surprised and happy.
Yeah. Even I remember I told you we are not gonna give up. We're gonna apply again, but this time by paper application. Because we have observed the trend like most of the applications which are somehow vulnerable, even slightly vulnerable, they are being refused by the office, especially from Edmonton. Like the Edmonton office is refusing all the applications. I would say ruthlessly, but yeah, that's why I suggested you like we'll be proceeding with the paper application. But anyway, we got the approval. So thank you so much for coming here and
Thank you,
talking
sir.
to me. And all the very best. I'll share the list of documents with you via email. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.
You too, sir. Bye.